So, you're thinking of moving to Malaysia in 2025. Maybe you saw a few YouTube videos. Maybe you Googled best places to live in Asia while you were eating your spicy ramen noodles and crying tears of sadness. And now you're here watching me. After spending a considerable amount of time in Malaysia, I'm gonna break it down: the good, the bad, and the weird things that nobody tells you about until it's too late and you've already signed that 12-month lease next to the karaoke bar. We always talk about, oh, is this place cheap? Is that place cheap? But what matters to me more is the price to quality ratio. And Malaysia is really unmatched anywhere in the world at the moment. So it's incredibly affordable, but what you get, the quality that you get for the price, is what makes it stand out. I don't think there's anywhere that scores better on this ratio at the moment. You can eat out every day. There's delicious food. You can rent a seriously nice condo in the suburbs for $500 a month with everything included. The pool, the badminton court. You can take up badminton. They might have a giant chess board there. For the price of a tuna sandwich in Dublin Airport, you can have a 3-course dinner with your friends on a night out in Malaysia. But be careful, Malaysia is so comfortable that you could easily overspend by ordering food directly to your house, even if the restaurant is downstairs. I have done that. I'm ashamed to say I've done that. A lot of us, especially Europeans, we love to think that we're the pinnacle of high quality living, but I think people would get a big surprise if they went to Malaysia and saw the quality. You have a lot of options in Malaysia, so choose wisely. Guys, the Move to Asia cheat sheet in the box below. Quick overview of all the countries in Asia. Check it out and see which one suits you. Everyone speaks English, kind of. Okay, this is massively underrated, and a lot of people I think don't know this, but Malaysian people are fluent in English. You can really communicate, you can have a lot of fun. They're very funny people. You can actually read the signs and know where you're going. You can go to the doctor and not make crazy hand signals to explain what's wrong with you. It's not like charades, but you'll have to pick up a few words of Malay slang and get used to hearing la at the end of every sentence. That's cool, la? Malaysia is kind of like if the UK, Singapore, and a big bag of turmeric had a baby. That is the most scientific explanation I could come up with. Pro number 3, it's multicultural, and with that comes incredible food. Malaysia is a foodie's paradise. You have Chinese food, Indian food, Malay food, a mix, a fusion of all of them, and some weird durian stuff. You really get to live in a country that feels like 3 countries at once. You'll see a mosque, a Hindu temple, a giant mall that looks like it should be in Las Vegas, all in the same street. Malaysia is like an all-you-can-eat buffet in Southeast Asia. You have a lot of options here. The curry is spicy, and the guy next to you in Starbucks will be debating cryptocurrency in 3 different languages. That's actually true. You'll meet people in Malaysia that can speak 7 languages fluently. I can barely speak 1. Just a word of warning, the Malay people are incredibly proud of their food, and rightfully so, but never ever say anything bad about it if you want to keep your head. Okay, pro number 4. It's relatively easy to enter, and there are some options to stay long term. Now, you hear a lot of people say, oh, they only have the expensive visa and they only have this, but it's not true. There's a few things you can do. If you qualify, definitely check out the My Second Home visa program. It's an incredibly good deal if you're willing to put the money into it. The next one is if you qualify for a digital nomad visa or the Deranto visa. For remote workers, that's not that difficult to qualify for. And if you don't qualify for any visa, you can do border runs. Every 3 months, you leave Malaysia for 3 days and then come back and get a new stamp. Now look, you don't know how long governments will allow that to go on for, but that's what people have been doing, and that's what is working at the moment. There's some people there been doing border runs since the dot-com bubble, so it's there if you want to do it. Okay, the last pro. It's very safe, it's very stable, and the people are very chilled out people. There's no real political chaos that you have to worry about. There's not too many visa crackdowns only on illegal migrants. And no one's gonna ask you, why are you still in Starbucks at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday night? No one ever asked me. I wish they asked me that. It's Asia, but maybe the rules make a little bit more sense. I got totally lost one night at 1 a.m. in the morning after going for noodles with my friends. I was walking back, the police came up to me and said, "What are you doing?" I explained the scenario and they brought me back to the condo. I thought I was in trouble, but no, it was very good. Thank you to the Malaysian police force. Okay, let's spice things up a bit. The cons. Number one, you may have heard this before, but the dating scene is kind of not good. Sorry guys. You may come here and think you're going to live an episode of Sex and the City, but really it's a lot different to that. It's a good show, but you're gonna realize that dating in Malaysia is like trying to use Instagram with a Nokia 3310. It's just not that efficient. I'm not saying it's impossible, it's definitely possible and some have a great time, but be prepared. It's very slow. Cultural and religious expectations make it a bit more difficult for people to navigate. And if you're like me, over 30, not Malay, then your Tinder profile is just gonna have girls with yoga mats and daddy issues. I matched with a girl once that said all she was interested in was chicken and rice. We're made for each other. Now look, I find dating difficult in every country, but Malaysia was particularly slow. When they designed Malaysia, they only set 2 temperatures, hot and damn hot with rain. You will sweat in places that you didn't even know existed. And on a good day, you might go through 3 t-shirts easily. You need a t-shirt just to get from your apartment to the taxi. Then you have to change. Look, that may be an exaggeration, but be prepared. It's humid and sticky. But one thing I tell you is Malaysia and Asia in the wet season, people don't tend to come here and they tend to think it's bad, but the wet season is actually nice. The temperature is lower. The showers are kind of soothing. I feel relaxed when I sit in the cafe and there's a storm outside. I love the rainy season, so don't be put off by that. Some would say, including myself, that the rainy season is the best time to be in Malaysia or in Asia in general. Con number 3. It's sometimes difficult to break into social circles, not only for foreigners and locals as well. Malaysians are polite, they have a great sense of humor, and they're very welcoming people. It can be tough to crack a social circle and make a deeper connection, especially if you've just arrived or you're not yet settled in. Then you might feel lonely for a while. Now it's 50-50. Some groups you might be friends with one person and they won't invite you with the rest of the group. So you'll know you're not in that group, even if you have a good relationship with one person. Other times you'll make friends with a person and they will invite you into their group. So it's 50-50, but I notice that, people notice that, even Malay people have told me that sometimes it's difficult. But a great way to make friends is go to the gym or join a class. Or you could even start a YouTube channel and pretend you have friends. Why are you looking at me? Okay, con number 4. This could be a pro or a con depending on you, but the malls will swallow your soul. Every major city in Malaysia has more malls than people. It's very convenient, but kind of surreal at the same time. Why meet at the park and go for a walk when you can go to level 5 of One Utama and sit down there and watch the world go by? To be To be fair, the malls are incredible. Some of them are the size of airports. You won't believe the luxurious shops that you can see there. And they don't let me in, but I look from the outside. Number 5, con number 5. This again kind of depends on your personality, but Malaysia is definitely not as wild as Thailand or Vietnam. Some people will be bored there. Malaysia is chill, very clean, safe. But if you're looking for that chaotic Southeast Asia, what the hell is going on buzz, then it's definitely not in Malaysia. You're not going to see a buffalo riding on the back of a scooter, or will you hear about a local rave at the temple. But your internet's going to work well and your chicken will definitely come with rice. There's no mystery to it. Okay, quick recap of Malaysia. Malaysia's perfect if you want affordability. The price to quality ratio is unbeatable. English speaking, incredible food and diverse culture, and mostly comfort with a dash of Asian chaos. If you're looking for a wild dating life, then I'd probably avoid it. If the heat and humidity bothers you, might be difficult, but they have air conditioning, thanks to the gods of electricity. Thank you. And if you're lazy and don't make an effort, you could get socially isolated. You have to put yourself out there. But maybe that goes for everywhere. Malaysia does not get as much love as its neighbor Thailand or Vietnam for that matter. And it's still criminally underrated. If you want to escape the rat race, live really well without sacrificing any quality of life or convenience, I think Malaysia is the place that will suit 90% of people. If you're serious about making the move, you don't have to wing it. The Move to Asia Blueprint has everything you need to know about relocating, starting a new life in Asia. Check it out, see if it suits you. It's in the box below. Thanks very much. Guys, like, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. I need all the help I can get here. All right, man, that's not bad. We did good there now. Bit of Malaysia, 30 minutes. You've been thinking about it. Maybe Vietnam, maybe Thailand, maybe Cambodia. But where do you even start? Many guys come over here and make the exact same mistakes, including myself. Inside the blueprint, there's 8 modules, over 20 lessons, all the mistakes I made and how you can avoid them, how to stay totally safe here in Asia, insights about dating, and what it's actually like, and a complete guide on how to make online money. This guide is for people who've grown tired of life in the West, who dream of something better. If you're serious about making the move, this is your shortcut to success. I'll see you inside.